Thank you.
Test. And we are live. The umpires are ready to make their way out. Final Sayed and Stephen Kalu. As Florida Sharks and Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Florida Sharks has won the toss and they will be fielding first. So it would be the Cavaliers to take first strike. He is down with Barbados Pride and Windward Island Volcanoes. Lorando Bess, Niraj Paranjpe, Raj Nanan, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, another former first class player, played with Guyana, Sneeth Patel, and Tahsin Sheikh. For Pennsylvania Cavaliers, it's Ashwin Odowashe, Asad Fudadin, Emil Sicharan, Herder Ahmed, Cornel Marchan, Mario Loban, Stephen Kathar, the captain, Omar Rauf, Varun Samaru, Winston Forrester, and Elias Sunny. 12th man is Manu Sharma. So Stephen Katwaru would take first strike for the Cavaliers. Alongside him is Varun Samaru. The bowler looks like another left-arm orthodox finger spinner. And Raj Nanan. And we have a long on and mid wicket. Those are the boundary fielders. Here's Nanan. It's in. This one is brought it into the offside for a quick single. Completed comfortably in the end. A misfield by Ijaz. And Samuel looks like a left-hander. The field is changing. Yes, he is. Taking a guard. A long on goes back on the boundary. Long off comes up. And square leg goes back on the boundary. Actually goes to mid wicket. The other fielders are mid off, extra cover, mid wicket, short fine leg, backward point, short third man. One without loss. Rajnanan still left arm round. This one is short and Summer is stuck into the onside for a single quite easily. Two without loss. Katrar is playing this one. 2 mid off, easy dismissal. Javon Sills takes an easy catch. Katwaru goes trying to play this one over the infield. Caught at mid off. It's 2 for 1. Early inroads here by Rajan and early inroads here by the Sharks. Florida drawing first blood. Excuse the pun. New batsman. Looks like a right-hander holding the bat in the right hand. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 Very stocky built. And this is Winston Forrester. Kevin Stout feeling a short fine leg. Played against him one game in Brooklyn back in 2005. You had Corey Collymore, Suleiman Ben, Dale Richards in that lineup. New York Trinidad versus New York Barbados. The Caribbean Cup here is Nanan, and Forrester is playing this one back up the track to Nanan. No run, 2 for 1. Nanan is in. This one is short, and Forrester is defending to the offside. No run again, 2 for 1. So the field is long off, mid wicket, mid off, cover, extra cover, backward point. It's Nanan. This one stays low as Forrester leaves alone, taken by the keeper on the pads. So at the end of the first over, it's 2 for 1. A very tight and successful over for Florida Sharks. Rajanan 1 for 2 from his first over. Bowling the second over, it's going to be Javon Searles, former first class CPL player as well. It's going to be the left hand Varun Samaru to pick up strike. Overcast conditions, a lot of clouds overhead, some rain in the forecast. Hopefully it doesn't come down to dampen the game. Mid off and mid on in the circle, mid wicket, square leg on the boundary, cover, extra cover, backward point, short, fine leg, and third man. Searles is in, and this one is driven through the covers. Excellent shot, and that will just hold up, but makes it into the boundary finally. So Varun Samaru scores the first boundary for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. That goes into the boundary. It's 6 for 1. Short of a length delivery from Searles first up. Searles is in again. The appeal, but it looks like it's going down leg. No run. Short of a length delivery. Just a slight adjustment in the field, asking the extra cover to go around to cover point. This one is pitched up, driven back past the bowler into the boundary. Don't worry about running. Fieldsman giving up chase very early, and score goes up to 10. It's 10 for 1. So Searles already leaking runs. 2 boundaries and 3 deliveries. Change in the field as third man comes up in the circle, and mid off goes back to long, mid on goes back to long on. Searles is in again. This one is short. Edging to third man is a chance for run outs. Missing the stumps. A single to Samaru. Samaru goes up to 10 now. The score is 11 for 1. Changing the field for the right-hander. Mid-wicket comes out to the boundary, and so does actually his third man who goes out on the offside. Mid-off, mid-on. Within the circle, mid-wicket cover, extra cover, backward point, and short fine leg. Searles. This one is pitched up, and Forrest is flicking this one past the short flying leg, and that runs away into the boundary. No chance for the man running around from square leg from the mid wickets, and another boundary of this over. 3 boundaries so far, and still 1 delivery to go. It's 15 for 1. Forrest is off the mark. He's on 4. Searles in again. And this one is short outside the off stump, looking to cuts, beaten this time. So 13 runs coming from that over from Javon Searles. Foresters for Varun Samaru is on 10. And batting first, Pennsylvania Cavaliers are 15 for 1. Rajnanan in, and this one is keeping low. Keeper plays it onto the stumps from his pad. Samaru. Just repairing the stumps there between the batsman and the wicket keeper. Mid off, long on, cover point, backward point, short third man. Nanan is in, and this one is down the leg side, short delivery, wide signal by umpire Saeed. And this mid wicket on the boundary. Deep mid wickets, short fine leg. Nanan is bowling this one and is whipped away wide of the man at long on. Goes into the boundary. Another boundary for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Varun goes up to 14. The score is 20 for 1. Nanan, left arm wrong. And Varun goes, and he goes big, and this one goes over the man at long on. Some evasive action from the fans over there. Another boundary, 26 for 1 now. Varun goes up to 20. He's wasting no time here, taking full advantage of the size of the field and the bowling that's coming in his half. Nanan is in, and Varun is looking to go for another maximum, but he's beaten this time as the ball kept low. No run, 26 for 1. This is the third over, 2.4 so far. Nanan, 1.4, 1 for 13. When he went for 2 of the first over, got the wicket of Katwaru. And he's looking to turn this one, and it's come off the back of the bat, edge to short third man, gets through for a comfortable single in the end. 27 for 1. Brings Forrester into strike. A lot of cricket around the place here in New York. Want to say thank you to the sponsors CBTF and MTR, sponsoring the US Premier League. Nana into Forrester, and Forrester is playing this one to mid-wicket. Man coming around from square leg. Just a single. 28 for 1. Good healthy start so far from Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Raj Nanan 2 overs, 1 for 15. So it looks like he's going to continue.
Opponent चाहे कितना भी strong हो, speed के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Searles into his second over now. This one is short and beating. Actually, it's a good length, test length. Just his old type of length. I'd love to see that length in T20 cricket at pace. Beating Forrester, taken by the wicketkeeper. Searles in again. And he's beating Forrester. Same type of similar delivery, but a yard or a foot or two closer to the batsman. Beating him yet again. Score remains the same. 28 for 1. Searles looking to make amends for his first over. His first over went for 13. Utilizing the third umpire for some scoring resources. And Searles this one is short of a good length, and Forrester's back defending, no run. So better start from Searles this over. Last time he'd have gone for 3 boundaries in his previous over. Cyclists enjoying their time, getting their exercise in, getting some cardio in. Searles is in, and Forrester's chipping, and this one is being driven upishly over square, and it's retrieved, and they'll turn back looking for the third. Actually, they're only restricted to 2. Score goes up to 30 now. Forrester is 7, Summer is 21, Searles none for 15. So releasing the shackles there, using the feet as well, Forrester. Searles. And this one is short, and he's stuck in this one wrong the corner. No bother running for that one. The fielder on the square leg boundary gave up chase really early, and another boundary of a Searles. Forrester moves up to 15. Actually, he's moved up to 11. The score is now 34 for 1. One delivery left in this over. This start from Pennsylvania Cavaliers, healthy start similar to the start that the Maryland Mavericks had in the second innings of the previous game. Umpire Kalu just checking the ball and changing the field. Shows asking for Stout to go back onto the boundary. Searles again. He's pitching this one up, beating all, ends up lofty drive, missing. So that's the end of the fourth over. It's 34 for 1. Cyril's 2 overs, none for 19. Forrester has 11. Samaru has 21. And Pennsylvania Cavaliers are getting a very healthy start so far. Just about 8.5 runs per over.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
Changing the bowling. Ijaz Safi replaces Rajnanan. Speedy run up. And pacey as well. A short ball into Samaru. No run. Probably one of the faster bowlers you've seen today. Still have Callum Carmichael. He can crank it up as well. Seen him out in the leagues in New Jersey, Garden State Cricket League, playing for Montego Bay. Safi's in. And this is a slow delivery, but doesn't matter as Samaru is hitting this one into his own team's dugout, and that's a maximum. Samaru goes for up to 27, and that score moves up to 40 now, 40 for 1. Umpire just checking the ball. This is checking the condition, especially if it had gone onto the road. There's a possibility of being damaged by the hard surface. Safi's in again. And this one is short, and Samaru is pulling to mid-wicket. Get one, a fumbling stop by Nanan on the mid-wicket boundary. You come back for 2. So already we've seen that Safi has some variation. A second ball, slower ball. First one was a fast delivery. Samaru equal to the task on 3 occasions now. He actually thrummed that second ball, the slow ball, deposited it outside of the boundary. Safi in. And that one is keeping low. Should be a bye. Keeper misfeeling. And umpire signals now. Score goes up to 43 for 1. Samaru on 29. Forrester is on 11. Safi, none for 8 from his 4 deliveries so far. Only one field outside the circle. Actually 2. Fine leg and square leg on the boundary. And Forrester is tucking this one into the onside. He should get an easy single. Another long single. Score moves up to 44 for 1. Forrester on 12 now. Safi's in. to Samaru. And Samaru's driving this one. Square drive to front of cover, no run. To the right of cover, apologies. 45 for 1. And that's the end of the 5th over. 1 over left in the power play. Samaru is 30. Safi none for 10 from his over. Forrester is on 12. The new bowler is going to be Ronaldo Ali Muhammad. They've played for some first class cricket, some listed cricket for Guyana. Another seam bowling option. Well bowled, defended, well respected by Samaru. No run. And he's beaten outside off, some well bowled by Ali Muhammad. Looking to play the cut. No run. Taken by the wicket keeper. Good start to this over. Ali Muhammad. And he's beating again. Batsman looking for wide, playing a one-handed cut, but missing. The thought came to mind where Nicholas Puran tends to look to score a boundary early in the over to set the pressure back on the bowling team. Right now the pressure's at the batting team. They've missed 3 of the first 3 deliveries. And he's playing this one off the outside edge, over the infield and into the boundary. Welcome boundary to release the shackles again. And score moves up to 49. Samaru moving up to 34. Playing a drive off the outside edge of the bat over backward point for welcome boundary. Releasing the shackles, releasing the screws, releasing the pressure as well. And this one is on the onside and it's beaten the man on square leg and into the boundary. 1 bounce for 4 and scored. That brings up the 50 as well. 53. Samaru is on 38. Tied for the highest score today. You had 38 from Rohit and also 37 from Praneeth in the previous game. The man of the match in the previous game was Supreet Madan. He had a cameo 20 to go along with his 3 wickets for 17 from 4 overs. I did see him walking into the park when I arrived earlier. This one is wide outside of some umpire signals. So decent start to this over has turned into a 9-run over with 2 boundaries. So that's the nature of the T20 game. Complexion can change so quickly, so drastically in a short space of time. To emphasize, this one is short and Samaru is playing into the onside. Another single to end the over. It's 55 for 1. So Samaru, he's now has a top score for the day. He's on 39. Forrester is calling for, looks like maybe a hat. Score 55. 55 now. So that was actually the end of the power play as well. 55 for 1. That's sort of about past score for power play these days in 2020. It's about, this is on the higher side actually. I've seen some teams getting 70s. That's more of a rarity. Average around 40, 42 for the power play score. Would be like about 7 runs per over. So end of the first power play, second power play about to begin. Now 5 fielders, a maximum of 5 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. And it will be Safi to continue. He's just calling his mid-off back into the circle. The long off back into the circle to mid-off. And long on is on the boundary. You have mid-wicket, square leg, fine leg on the boundary. Cover. It looks like, yes, you have enough 4 fielders inside. Safi is in, and Samaru is backing away a bit as he's beaten outside the off stump. No run, 55 for 1. Saw some fanfare earlier. Stephen Kalu having a jig to the music in between the matches. Safi's, this one is short and it's edged over the keeper into the boundary. One bounce, another boundary for Samaru. Samaru is up to 43. The score is 59 for 1. Going along at a healthy clip here. T20 cricket is very unforgiving. 1 minute you are a villain, 1 minute, next minute you're a hero. 1 minute you're a hero, next minute you're a villain. And the margins are very thin, very, very thin. He's short again, and Samaru is playing this into the mid-wicket boundary. Another consecutive boundaries for Samaru. Samaru is up to 47. Score moving up to 63 now, 63 for 1. Samaru is playing full of confidence. He's been beaten a few times, but he has put bats a ball more often than not. He's on 47 from 24. Ball comes up to umpire Saeed as he checks it. I think there's going to be a change in the field now. Devon Searles marshalling the troops as the man from mid-wicket goes out to deep mid-wicket on the boundary, and short fine leg comes up inside the circle to maintain the 4 fielders within the 30-yard circle. Here's Shafi in, and this one is well bowled, defended. Batsman respecting a quality delivery. 63 for 1. Samaru 47 now. Safi's in again. Samaru is looking to play this into the onside, but the wicketkeeper feels no run. Samaru taking up most of the strike the last 2 to 3 overs. Second over here for Safi. He has done for 18 from 1.5. This is the first over where the field has been spread. 8 runs conceded so far. And he's pitching up in playing on to into mid wicket. Miscued. So Samaru will retain strike. He's on 48. The score is 64 for 1 after 7. Safi 2 overs for 19 runs.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Sneap Patel, right arm off spin into Samaru, and Samaru is driving this one to backward of square into the boundary and brings up the first 50 of the day. He's got 52 from 28. Score moves up to 68 for 1. We're in the 8th over, 7 overs and 1 delivery ball so far. Being cheered on by his team. Right arm off spinner Sneap Patel. And Samaru is playing this one up to long on. Snee being cheered by his team. Misfield by Sears, but he recovers. No damage done. Score moves up to 69. Samaru 53 now, 53 from 29. Forrester taking first strike for quite some time. At least about 20 deliveries. So all bowlers used so far they have bowled 2 overs except for Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. Searles none for 19 from his 2. He had Rajnan, left arm orthodox bowler. He bowled 1 for 15 from his 2. Patel, this one is short, and Forrester is turning it around, and one bounce into Safi on the square leg boundary. Score goes up to 70. Callum Carmichael warming up. He can crank it up with his pace. Safi Samaru back on strike. Safi none for 19 from his 2, and he's square driving to Carmichael. Single for Samaru. Score now is 71. Samaru on 54. Forrester 13. Snee Patel none for 7. Patel. This one is being played to short third man. Just a single again. Forrester goes up to 14 now. 72 for 1. And Patel is beating Samaru outside the off stump. and no runs in the over. So decent over from Patel, 8 runs from it, 72 for 1 after 8 overs. Current run rate 9. Summer run 54 from 31. Forrest on 14 from 15. And Pennsylvania Cavaliers, I'd say they have the advantage so far, but I'm not sure what the batting lineup is like. A couple of first class players for the Sharks as well.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So a change in the bowling. Callum Carmichael comes on for the first time, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a backward square, mid wicket, long on, long off, cover sweeping, short fine leg, short third man, backward point and cover in the circle. Carmichael, this one is full and wide. Wide signal by umpire Saeed, Irfanola Saeed. Score moves up to 73 for 1. 8.0. We had a similar occurrence at the beginning of the 9th over in the previous game, a wide and a single in that game. Carmichael is in. This one is short, and Forrest looking to pull, but plays a leave alone with the pull shot. Didn't go after it. Should be 1 for the over as well. And the mid wicket comes up into the circle, and third man goes back on the boundary. Carmichael is in, and this one is beating the man at mid wicket. Should run into the boundary. Yes, makes it there now. Forrester moves up to 18. The score is 77 for 1. Change in the field. Fielder moving from mid wicket to fine leg, being replaced by the first class pro. Strengthen the field. You wanna your strong fielders in high traffic areas. Probably try to hide the weaker fielders in short fine leg and short third man fine leg as well. Carmichael, this one is short again. Forrester is chipping. Umpire signals 1 for the over. No run. Again, a pull and a leave alone in 1 shot. So he pulled out of the pull. Didn't go after it. Forrester on 18. 18 from 18. Samaru for quite some time. He has been a spectator. He has been taking up most of the action, apart from this over. Carmichael is in again. This one is pitched up. Forrester is swinging and missing his cut. Score is 77 for 1. So decent here from Carmichael. Barring that one boundary, is bowled a decent over. Mixing it up, mixing up the length, mixing up the pace, keeping the batsman thinking. And Carmichael is in again. This one is played to short third man, well fielded. Looks like Niraj. CBTF title sponsor. 78 for 1. Forrest is 19. Samaru for the first time against Carmichael. He's on 54. It's a slow ball down the leg side, would be signaled wide by umpire Saeed. Score goes up to 79 now. Carmichael being cheered on by his colleagues to finish strong. Sounds like Ronaldo, Ali, Muhammad. Carmichael wrong the wicket, and this one is wrapped on the pad into the onside for a leg by. So very good over. Barring one boundary, he would have conceded 7 runs actually. So it's 80 for 1 after 9. Coming up towards the halfway stage. So we've seen some boundaries, a couple of sixes as well. Samru picking up strike again. He hasn't been able to champion the spinner thus far. Let's see what will happen this over as Patel continues. And Samar is trying to hoik Patel, but he can only succeed in playing this along the ground to the man at mid-wicket on the boundary. Samar goes up to 55. The score is now 81 for 1. Kevin Stout marshalling one of his troops from on the mid-wicket boundary. He can bowl a handy medium pace. Bowled out Trinidad a couple times, at least once I can remember. Got a 6 for first class cricket. A reverse sweep from Forrester. Start calling for a change in the field. Captain did not oblige. Forrester chipping down the wicket, and a comfortable swing in the end as it's misfielded by Kirk Thompson. So the spinner's keeping it tight here. Only 2 runs so far. Summers whipping this one into the mid-wicket fence. Picked up by Nanan. Just a single this time. Towards the mid-wicket fence. I apologize. So, just 3 runs off this over so far. A great start. Patel again. This is a full toss into Forrester. Forrester can only get it towards Ali Muhammad on the long on boundary. Another single. The score is now 84 for 1. Only 4 runs off this over. Very tidy over. The last 2 overs has been decent from the fielding team. Stouts pleading his case for changing the field. Captain is not interested. This one is short and well bowled by Patel, changing it up. Samru can get a feel of it. It's taken by the wicketkeeper. And that's the end of the 10th over. It's 84 for 1. A very decent over. Only 4 runs coming from it. Samru is 56 and Forrester is 21.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
And roll along the ground. I think that would have been Niraj with that attempt. Summer comes into strike. So looks like middle overs a la West Indies. Quiet time. Not too much action, not too much excitement. Just a steady procession. Carmichael is bowling this one short and he's pulled away. One bounce in that boundary. Samaru goes up to 60 now. Bounce to your friends, buddy. Don't bowl that to Samaru. He'll deposit you. Well played again. Score goes up to 89 now. Carmichael in. And this is a slow delivery, and this one is going to be deposited across the road and just missing the passing car. Another boundary for Samaru. A slow ball from Carmichael, and that one had some air miles on it. Probably looked like if it took off from the airport next door. And that's 95 for 1. Samaru is on 66 now. By just checking the ball to see if there's any damage. Captain having a word with the bowler about the field. Changing the field. Third man comes up. Finally goes back on the boundary. Mid-off is in. Cover. Point. Dead ball. Short third man. So all the boundary fielders, actually one is on the offside. A cover point on the boundary. Long on mid wickets. The backward square and fine leg. Carmichael. This one is full and Samaru is playing this one out to long on. And Cyril's fields. 1 run. Score moves up to 96 now. 96 for 2. So we missed those pyrotechnics for over 2. But it wasn't too long before Samaru got in on the act again. With a pull to fine leg and a heave over cow corner for a maximum. He's on 67, Forrester on 22. And Carmichael is in again. And it's a appeal, half-hearted appeal though, beating the batsman, beating Forrester. No run, 96 for 1. This is the 11th over. Third man came up into the circle. Mid-on went back to long on. Carmichael is up and Forrester's driving, but he's beaten. And that will end the 11th over. It's 96 for 1. Forrester on 22 and Samaru on 67. Carmichael 2 overs, not for 19 after 11 overs. It's 96 for 1. Patel to continue. He has had a decent start. 2 overs, not for 12. And he's playing this one out. Should be taken. Actually, Stout misjudges it. Bounces just before his dive and over him into the boundary. A welcome boundary yet again from Samaru, breaking the shackles against Patel. Score goes, that brings up the 100 as well, 100 for 1. Samaru goes up to 71. It's all the Samaru show here this afternoon at SUNY Purchase. You're watching US Premier League, brought to you by CBTF and MTR. And Samaru's playing this one into the onside. He's pushing for 2. Fielder picks up. It's Rajnanan. Only a single this time. So 101 for 1. A very good start. All the wickets in the hut, barring 1. Stout would be pretty disappointed in himself that he missed that opportunity. Forrester playing chipping and playing this one back up to Patel. No run. And Forrester is lofting this one over long on, and Muhammad is trying to pull it back in, but it's about 2 or 3 yards over the ropes. Another maximum. Forrester's first. Score goes up to 107 for 1 now. Forrester's up to 28. Ball is back. Patel leaking runs this over. Gone for 11 already. And Forrester is playing a reverse sweep. Is appealed by the wicketkeeper. No run. Patel into Forrester. Forrester is chipping, but can only get it back up to the bowler. No run. So a very good over for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. 107 for 1. Forrester is 28. Samaru is on 72. Patel going for 11 runs this last over here. He's bowled 3 for 23. So
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
And Searles is back. Summer is playing this one, lofted shot, and a man is coming wrong. Two of them coming wrong, but it goes over the boundary for another maximum. Half a chance there yet again. Fielders almost colliding with each other. Samaru goes up to 78 now, and the score moves up to 113 for 1. There's a bit of miscommunication there from the two fielders. Hernanan on the mid-wicket boundary and Ronaldo Ali Mohammed on the long-on boundary. Searles still leaking ones. 2 overs, 1 delivery, none for 25. Cricket in the USA isn't for the faint-hearted. Can be a test player and will be taken to cleaners by an unknown batsman. A batsman with less credentials. And he's bowled him. Searles strikes his first wicket. He cleans up Samaru. Oh, much needed wicket here for the Florida Sharks. It's 113 for 2. Samaru goes for 78 from 41 deliveries. Oh, the timely wicket as well.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3-minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3-minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
So another test cricketer walks to the crease. Asad Fudaden, former West Indies batsman. He'd have opened the batting for West Indies. He is from Guyana. So Fudaden played for Guyana, played for Jamaica as well. Jamaica Scorpions. Franchise cricket, allowing players to move from one country or one territory to another. Stout would have played for Barbados Pride and Windward Island Volcanoes. Searles, CPL player to test player. Very low base, low center of gravity. And he's back and he's playing this one to point. Gets an easy single. And Searles is livid with a throw to the striker's end. No one cleaning up, no one backing up. And gets another run. So what should have been 1 turns into 2. 150 now. Fudaden gets off the mark and will retain strike as a result of the overthrow. Searles is back and he's in. This one is pitched up and Fudaden is driving. Searles got a hand on it. Excellent stop by the man at mid office, Kellen Carmichael. Restricts it to a single, a diving stop from Carmichael. Excellent cricket. Very good cricket there from Carmichael. Have to get out my David Lloyd Bumble voice or my Mikey Holding voice to co-commentate here on this game. Here is Searles. This one is short, and that's going to be a wide. That's going to be 5 wides. Too short over the bowler, over the striker's head, and that's one for the over. Wide signal by umpire Said, and so score moves up to 121. Searles, 2 overs and 4 deliveries, 1 for 33. Not handsome figures at all. And he's playing this one to the offside. Easy single in the end for Forrester. Score moves up to 122. Forrester still there on 29. Fudadin. So playing a lot of T20 cricket. Would have played for New England as well. Searles is in, and Fudanen is playing this one to third man, a bubble, not looking for the second. Fudanen didn't make it to the first as yet, while Forrest is looking for the second. So at the end of the 13th over, it's 123 for 2. Forrest is 29, Fudanen is 4, Searles 3 overs, 1 for 35.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Patel comes back on the ball. Seeing that Samaru is no longer at the wicket, he can complete his quota. Bowling to Fudanen. Fudanen is whipping this one over the conifers, over long on, into the parking lot. 2 bounces into the van, and that's another maximum, 129 now. So Fudanen picking up from where Samaru left off. So changing personnel, but no change in the run flow. Ball is back. Not a good start from Patel, apologies. He had 13 runs off his last over. And this one is being played wide of long off, and another boundary from Fudaden. He's moved up to 14 in a hurry, and it's 133 for 2. Fudan is going after the bowling again, and this one is one bounce into the boundary. So, boundary, one bounce into the boundary. Fudan 3 consecutive boundaries. A 6, a 4, and a 4. He's up to 18 now from 6. 300 strike rate. This one is full, and it should be a no ball. Played out into the man. He catches it. It comes back into the field. So it's going to be a no ball. Even if he had caught it, it would have been not out. Fudaden gets a single as well. Score moves up. Excellent by Raj Nanan. Excellent fielding to retrieve that one and save it from going all the way. So Fudaden up to 20. And actually they scored 2. So Fudaden retains the strike. It's over 17 from it. Only 3 deliveries. His first 2 overs would have gone for 12 runs. Last 2 gone for 28. The last 1.5. Patel in. This one is short, and Fudan is playing a pull shot to be in between mid-wicket and long on. Run out chance at the striker's end, but Forrester was home, and 2 more runs to total, 142. Fudan is 22. On the heels of Forrester. Forrester has 29 from 31. This one is short, and Fudaden is playing this one, and its catch is taken by Rajnanan. He throws it up in the sky. Anticlimactic end there for Fudaden, looking to keep the score ticking over. He goes 142 for 3. Fudaden has gone for 22 from 9, and Patel picks up his first wicket, 1 for 42 from 3.4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Okay, so the new batsman, another left-hander replacing left-hander, and it's Emmanuel Sicharan. Played up to point for easy single. Sicharan off the mark right away. Forrester still there. He's on 29. It's 143 for 3 at the end of the 14th over.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So,
किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी
बेबी रखूं? हाँ।
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 मिनट्स में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा, just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 मिनट्स में ready. MTR 3 मिनट breakfast. इंडिया का breakfast.
Safi, he's bowled 2 overs, none for 19. He's coming back on with 6 overs left. Possibility of getting up to 200 runs in this inning. Pacey run up, and it's short, and Sicharan is pulling this one into mid wicket, looking for the second. Only 1 run. None. Change in the field as Carmichael goes back from mid wicket onto the deep mid wicket boundary. This one is played to shorted man. Forrester moves up to 30 now. Oh, played down track. The singer is looking for a second. And Kevin Stout is asking, he's not pleased because the batsman ran into the bowler. The bowler was unable to retrieve and avoid the second run. So he's a little bit disappointed there. Kevin Stout being very, very vocal today. Safi in again, and it's got on the edge this time into the keeper. No run. 147 now. Better over from Florida Sharks. Safi. This one is up and dab to point, looking for 2. Stout is the man fielding, and it's a comfortable to the end. Sicharan moves up to 6. Forrest is on 30, 149 for 3 now. Forrest are playing ODI knocks so far. T20 knocks from Fudadin and Samaru. Samaru 78, missing out on 100. It's undone by a very good delivery. Sicharan is playing and missing, no run. And that's the end of the 15th over, 149 for 3. Run rate falling under 10 for the first time in quite some time, probably since the second over actually.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtspnews.com and stay ahead।
So Rajnanan back on the ball. His first over was 1 for 15. Kamarik first is playing this one to Patel at point for a quick single. That brings up the 150 for 3 in 15.1. Sicharan comes into strike. So change here in the momentum. Sicharan hasn't had an opportunity to strike the boundary as yet. Getting some singles, getting some twos. Forrester has been steady. He hasn't had a boundary in some time as well. Nanan. Sicharan is driving to the past the man at cover and looking for two. Wasn't on. Ronaldo cleaning up from long off. 151 now. Title sponsor CBTF and affiliate sponsor MTR. This one is short and Foster is driving to cover. Sicharan has to turn back. No one there. Sun looks like it's gonna about to come over and breach the tents. So looking to sweep. No run. Appeal as well. Payakalu not interested. No signal of a wide either. Probably passing outside off stump. Nanan. And Foster is turning this one to short fine leg. Just a single this time. So very good over from Nanan. Just about 3 runs in it so far. 152 for 3. Very good comeback these last 2 overs here by the Florida Sharks. Pennsylvania Cavaliers still posting a decent total. 150 I'd say is about a par total, average total for a T20 match, 150, 160. And Sicharan is trying to heave this, but he's missing. Off the keeper's pads into the onside, no run. A very good over from Nanan. So 152 for 3. Sicharan still there on 7. And Forrester, he's on 33.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Okay, so there's a change on bowling. Ronaldo Ali Muhammad replace comes on. Bowling his right arm medium face. And Forrester is still there. He's on 32. Emmanuel Sicharan on 7. And Forrester is playing this one into mid-wicket. Rajnan takes an easy catch. Forrester goes 32, 152 for 4 now. So Florida Sharks pulling things back a bit with a couple of wickets, 3 wickets in the last 3 overs. And also pegging the screws in terms of slowing down the run rate as well. New batsman. Number 11. The new batsman is Mario Loban. Mario Loban. Umpires giving the confirmation of the new batsman, Mario Loban, number 11. Tall man. Tall man can wield a long handle as well. And Loban is playing this one out to wide of long off, and he gets a single. And here is Ali, and Loban is driving this one uppishly out to the man at long off, and easy catch taken by Javon Searles. Another wicket goes, so it's scored now 156 for 5. So the processions of wickets keeps coming, and Florida able to peg the screws with about, that's the 4th wicket to fall in quick succession.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Ashwin, the new batsman, number 22, right hand, 156 for 5. Ronaldo, Ali Mohammed picking up 2 wickets, 2 for 14. Good comeback from him. And Ashwin is playing this one up the track, no run, defensive push. Ali Mohammed in again. This one is down the leg side, should be signal wide. Wide signal by both umpires. And score goes up to 57. Soft signal from the square leg umpire. Ronaldo's in again. And it's a short ball. 1 for the over. Ali Mohammed waking up the wicket here. We've seen a few of them today from Safi and Searles, also from Carmichael. So keeping the batsman honest. This one is short and played back up the track. Runs have dried up now. And so at the end of the 17th over, it's 157 for 5.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Searles is back for his fourth and final over. This one is short, a slow ball, a slow bouncer coming off the batsman, should be a leg by signal by umpire Stephen Kulu. Score moves up to 158 for 5 into the 18th over now. Searles is in again, and this one is short and driven through the offside for another boundary. Welcome boundary here by Ashwin, and the runs had dried up for quite some time, so Ashwin cashing in on that wide loose delivery. Score moves up to 162. And Ashwin goes downtown. That goes over long on for maximum 168. Now Ashwin's gone to 10 from 5 deliveries. Jervon Searles leaking runs. He's conceded now 45 from 3 overs and 3 deliveries. So runs coming back now for Pennsylvania Cavaliers, Florida Sharks. Looking for a change in the field probably. Long on, mid wicket, square legs, third man and cover on the boundary. And this one is a wide ball. Fielding team not too happy with that wide call for the short ball over the head. Probably went over the shoulder rather than over the head. Head and shoulders. This one is played up to long on for single. Score moves up to 170. Ashwin's up to 11 now. Emmanuel on 7. Searles being well supported in the dugouts. Fine leg goes back. She does third man. She turns the left hander. Fine leg, third man. Mid wicket, square leg, and long on. Mid off cover. Point. Backward point. And this is short and pulled. Well fielded on the wrong side there, on his weaker side. 2 runs. Cicheran moves up to 9, 172 for 5. Searles in again, and this one is being driven over the cover, and the field is given chase, should slow up before getting to the boundary. 2, and Cicheran turns wrong and completes the third quite easily. Umpire Kalu, and he's gone, run out. Coming back for the third, there's a hesitation in him turning around, and so 2 runs and a run out, 174 for 6. Emmanuel Cicheran goes for 11. Javon Searles finishing his quota of 4 overs, 1 for 51. And not pretty figures at all.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूंगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे
Okay.
पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूं. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
New batsman is Elias Sunny, former Bangladesh international player. Bowls left arm orthodox, a left-handed batsman as well. Safi would complete his quota, 3 overs bowled so far. Safi's in to Sunny, and this one is down the leg side. Wide signal by umpire Saeed. Welcome runs as well. It's a type of Sunny's playing this one back up the track. Anticlimactic end. Sunny would be best advised to get a single and turn the strike over to Ashwin. Ashwin, he can thump it, hitting 2 boundaries so far. So we know that he has the ability to play the big shots. Here's Safi in again, and Sunny's hit on the pad. There's a peel and a chance for a run out. Some football involved as well. A leg by, not out, says Kalu, umpire Kalu, and should be a leg by to Sunny Elias. Callum Carmichael is asking for the third umpire review. Leg by 177 now. Good start to this over. 2 deliveries. Just 2 runs. Ashwin. And he's playing the square. And should be 2. Easy 2 in the end. 178 now. 178 for 6. Safi, Ija Safi into Ashwin. Shown as a length delivery and driven over the cover into the boundary. Another boundary for Ashwin. Score goes up to 182 now. And Ashwin is playing this one over point. Gets 1, looking for 2. Should get 2 comfortably. Not the best of throws as well. 184 now. Safi in again, and he's bowling. And Ashwin is downtown. 1 bounce into Ronaldo Muhammad. And that's another single. Let's go up to 185. 1 over left. 19 overs completed. 185 for 6. Safi completing his 4 overs. None for 35 from 4. Ashwin, he's on 20, and Elias Sunny, he's yet to score. Florida Sharks winning the toss and fielding first. 78 from Varun Samaru, 32 from Winston Forrester, and 22 from Asad Fudadin. To finish up, it's going to be Ronaldo Ali Muhammad. He's bowled 2 overs, 2 for 15 so far. Stemmed the flow in the last over. And this one is taking the outside edge. 1 bounce into the boundary. Down to third man. Another boundary for Ashwin. Ashwin has a knack for hitting the boundaries. Through the covers, over long on, and now over short third man. 193 now. Sorry, 189. Correction to the score. So very healthy total. We'll take some chasing. MTR, the associate sponsor, title sponsor CBTF. Ball check coming up. Ball check by umpire Kalu. Just making sure that the ball is not damaged after running onto the road. A very nice ground here at SUNY Purchase. This one is short, and Ashwin is playing it to mid-wicket. Sunny's comfortable with a single. Ashwin, just a single this time. The 2 wasn't on. 190 for 6. 4 deliveries left in this innings. change in the field. Long off comes into the circle. False start by Ali Mohammed. Dead ball signaled by umpire Kalu. Third man, backward point. Cover sweep on the boundary. Extra cover. Mid off, long on. Mid wicket, square leg. Fine leg in the circle. Sonny Elias is playing this one back up to the bowler. No run. Should be looking for a single to give it back to Ashwin. Maybe he has some shots as well. Haven't seen him bat. I've seen him bowl in Independence Cup in the Bronx a couple years ago. On the edge, keeper missed the throw. Single. So Sonny Elias gets off the mark. 191. 2 deliveries left. Ronaldo being prompted to finish strong. And he's playing this one over long on. That should into the opposition's dugout for another boundary, a maximum from Ashwin. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed isn't pleased at all. Doing the dirty work here for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. It's Ashwin. Excellent shot. This is the second time he's hit a maximum in that region. Last ball coming up now. Last delivery. Legal one at least. Ronaldo. And it's beaten everything. It's beaten the batsman, the wicketkeeper, and into the boundary for 4 byes. What's a way to end? And that brings the score up to 201. 201 for 6 at the end of 20 overs. Ashwin with excellent score of 35 not out from 14 deliveries to go along with Varun Samaru. He made 78. 22 from Asad Fudadin, and Winston Forrester made 32.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
All right, so you guys have watched that the big scorer of the team of Pennsylvania Cavaliers is right here with me. Hey Varun, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, 78. How was it?
It felt good. I mean, getting a knock after the first game, not batting at all. Going out there and scoring some runs for the team, I really appreciate it.
So what you were expected, like when you came here in this afternoon, so do you think that you are happy with that?
Yeah, of course. We got a good total on the scoreboard, and my role was just to go out there and score runs as fast as possible and not eat up too much dot balls. And I did that for the team. It worked today. Hopefully, it worked throughout the tournament.
So what is the plan now?
It's simple. Just go out there and defend these runs, no matter what.
All right, wish you best of luck, guys. We are right now live from SUNY Purchase College at New York, and you guys are watching US Premier League with us. And yes, of course, our proud sponsors are CBTF, Speed News, and MTR. We're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back soon. The MVP from Phase 1 of US Premier League is right here with me. How are you, Raj?
I'm doing great.
So, what do you think about the score they have made?
It's been a par score for the past couple of games, so once we stick to our plan, hopefully we could get over the line.
I cannot ask you exactly what's the plan, but what is going in your mind right now?
I'm just trying to be calm as possible, take it ball by ball, and just trust my defense.
All right, so best of luck. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, we are all set for the game, and let's go.
So we're back for the second innings, for the chase. The innings of Florida Sharks, and the bowler is going to be Mario Loban, and batsman Rajnanan. So Rajnanan left-hander on strike. Kevin Stout opening as well. He's at the non-striker end. Field is mid off, mid on. Cover mid wicket. Square leg on the boundary. Slip, point. And a short fine leg. Loban in, and this one is tucked into the onside. Short delivery, single to start. Third man, next is the other fielder on the boundary, is actually coming in the circle to short fine leg now as third man goes out on the offside for the right-handed Stout. Square leg comes back on the boundary as well. Cool conditions, not quite English conditions. Loban is in, and this one is short, should be wide, no signal coming. One for the over. Loban is in, and this one is up. Missed by Stout, outside the off stump. Loban has some pace. 3 deliveries so far, 1 run. Florida Sharks needing 202. Current run rate 10.31. Loban is in, and Stout is playing this one over cover. Couple of bounces into the boundary, so he opens his account with a boundary. Positive start here from Stout. 5 without loss. 9 on 1. Change in the field. Cover point goes back onto the boundary. Man comes off the fine leg boundary and to short fine leg. Third man comes finer. Cover point comes squarer. Backward point as well. square leg. Mid wicket is Sonny Elias. And it's bat onto that one. Stifle appeal. Loban is in again. This one is pulled past the man at square leg into the boundary. Welcome boundary. It's a no ball as well. No ball and 4. The score goes up to 10 now. Loban is bowling a slow ball. That one is keeping low through the wicketkeeper. So at the end of the first over, it's 10 without loss. Loban none for 10 from 1. Stout is on 8. Nanan is on 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Wide ball. First up from Ashwin. Down the leg side. Down the leg side again. Another wide from Ashwin. 12 for without loss. Commentary from my colleague in the com box, umpire Stephen Kalu. Comments on the good keeping there by the wicketkeeper. I wonder if he'll put on the headset and join me. And this one is being lofted over, long on, one bounce into the boundary. Well played by Rajnanan. He moves up to 5. Dealing in boundaries, Florida Sharks. No maximums as yet, no 6s, so dealing in 4s. 4s and 6s, they are both boundaries. CBTF, title sponsor, MTR, affiliate sponsor. This one is driven back down Gurgang. He's beating 1, he's beating 2 into the side screen. Another boundary, back-to-back boundaries here from Rajnanan. Score moves up to 20. 20 without loss. 10 runs already off the over. Only two legal deliveries. He had 2 wides as well. Ashwin is in, and Anand is forward defensive. Test match style, 2-inning style. Hardly see those in T20 cricket these days. So is a Prado push looking to get a single, or the big shots looking for the boundaries. Ashwin is in. This one is tucked into the mid wicket. Fumbled by the fieldsman. Number 56, Fudarin. Score moves up to 21 now. Nanan is 10. Stout is 8. Forrester making his way out to deep mid wickets. More as deep forward square on the boundary. Other boundary fielder is Varun Samaru. He's at long on. Ashwin is in, and Stout is playing this one out to long on for a single. Score goes up to 22 now. Stout is on 9. Nanan is on 10. Slow ball from Ashwin, and that one will inside edge into fine leg, beating the keeper for another boundary. Nanan goes up to 14. The score now 26 without loss. That's the end of the second over. 2 overs is 26 without loss. So a very positive start, a healthy start, a very good start here by Florida Sharks. Right on par as to what is required. They're actually going above the required run rate, 13 runs and over. The run rate at the start would have been 10.5, but 10.05 actually. So a very positive start here from Florida Sharks. Loban to continue. This one is short. Stout is pulling. No run. Loban is in. This one is short. Stout is pulling. Cannot make contact. No run again. So good start from the fielding team this over. No run off the first 2. Trying to grasp hold of this game. Still early days yet in this chase. 2 men on the boundary, third man and cover point on the boundary. Mid off, mid on. Here's Loban. And Stout is defending this one to backward point. Shy is a man backing up Forrester. Single. The score goes up to 27 now. 27 without loss. Stout is on 10. Nanan is on 14. Loban in. This one is cut. Beats the man at backward point. Beats the man at third man. Nanan gets another boundary. Releasing the Sharkers after a good start to the over by Loban. Nanan goes up to 18. It's 31 without loss in the third over. So again ahead of the run rate already for this over. Good positive start here from Florida Sharks. So Florida Sharks, defending champions, they would have won the first segment of the USPL, CBTF USPL. Loban is back, and this one is being guided to point. No run this time. Good comeback from Loban. None for 15. Only 5 runs off the over so far, so not that bad. We want to finish strong here. Just one delivery left. He actually plays in the Garden State Cricket League in New Jersey. And Nanan is whipping this one wide of the man into fine leg. Man running around, couldn't cut it off. Another boundary is 35 for without loss. Nanan goes up to 22. And Florida Sharks with a healthy run rate to start, above 12. It's actually just under 12, 11.67. So after 3 overs, it's 35 without loss.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So a change in the bowling. Sonny Elias. Sonny. He replaces, takes up the attack. Stout facing first spin coming on very early in this inning, so he would have replaced Ashwin bowled the second over. Sonny Elias, false start, dead ball, deep backwards, deep mid wicket, long on. Stout is forward, playing up the track, footballer fields, mid off, cover, mid wicket, extra cover, backward point, short third man, and fine leg, the fielders. Elias is in, and he's playing this one in front of point, easy single in the end. Score goes up to 36. Stout. Start is up to 11. Show me 10. Elias is in, Nanan is defending back up the track, no run. Elias again. Played in front of point, the silly point actually, for a single. So good start again here by Elias. Just 2 runs off his first 4 deliveries. Forrester with the name Man U on his number 45 shirt. And Stout plays this one. A lofted drive to Loban at mid-off. Sonny Elias strikes, and how hearty is that chair from the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Stout goes. He's gone for 11. 11 from 12. It's 37 for 1.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead.
So new batsman coming in, a right-hander. The new batsman, Lorando Bess, playing this one to extra cover, no run. So that's the end of a successful over for Pennsylvania Cavaliers, 37 for 1. 2 runs coming off of it. Sonny Elias 1 for 2. Lorando Bess yet to score. Rajnanan on 23. New bowler looks like Asad Fudarin, just pretending to take a run up. Then he threw the ball to Varun Samaru. So another change. This is the second bowling change. Loban off the ball. He'd have bowled 2 overs so far.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूंगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है।
रखूं. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
First ball from Varun Samaru. Nanan is driving, beaten outside the off stump. Samaru off spin bowler. He's cutting, just a single this time, well fielded. Nanan goes up to 23 now. Field changing, right hand, left hand combination. Bess comes into strike now. Samaru wrong the wicket, right arm wrong, off spin. Best is playing into mid wicket, should be 1, easy single. Samaru wrong the wicket to the left-hander. Nanan is playing this back up the track. Again, good start. Only 2 runs off the first 4 here. Spinners tightening the screws for Pennsylvania Cavaliers. This one is short, and Nanan is stuck in it to backward point for a single. Easy single. Best back on strike. Long on goes back on the boundary. So does mid wicket. And Samaru is in again. And Best is trying to turn this around the corner, but he can't do so. And that ends the 4th over. It's 40 for 1. The spinners last 2 overs, 5 runs, 1 wicket. Samaru none for 3 from his first over.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So new bowler is going to be Kunal Merchant, right-hand medium bowler. And score now is 40 for 1 after 5. Raj Nanan on 25. So the spinners pulling the rate back. So rate dropping below the required rate now after those 2 miserly overs by the spinners. Here's Merchant. Nanan is playing this one into the offside, no run. Sunny Elias doing the fielding. Quick off the marks from backward point. He's left-handed too. Merchant is in, and this one has been driven to wide mid-off, and an easy catch for Varun Samaru running around. Rajnanan goes. Pennsylvania Cavaliers strikes another blow. The big wicket here for the Pennsylvania Cavaliers. Nanan goes for 25. It's 40 for 2.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं।
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया, कर लूँगा।
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो।
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी।
रखूँ। हाँ।
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी। MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट।
The new batsman is Niraj Paranjpe, right-hander, number 45. Chris Gale's number. Few cricketers carrying 45. Rohit Sharma as well. And he's driving to mid-on. Samaru has a shy, would have been long gone, but didn't hit the target. 41 for 2. Cavaliers looking to wrestle the advantage away from the Sharks. They did post a healthy total, so that in itself speaks volumes, and they've already lost 2 of the more recognized batsmen. Best. Merchant is bowling, and this one is past edging to third man, comes around, 2 runs. Katwaru with a flick towards the stump. It's 43 now, 43-4-2. Best up to 3. Pranspe 1 from 1. Merchant 1 for 3. So after the first 3 overs, the momentum has swung back to the Cavaliers again. And Best is driving this one downtown to long off for a single. Score moves up to 44 now. Merchant into Naraj Pranspe, and this one is beating the bowler up to long off again. Another single to end the over. 5 from it. 1 for 5 for Merchant. It's 45-2 at the end of the power play. So behind the rates, behind the power play rates, and also behind the required rates. So required rates now up past above 10. Would have started about 10.05. End of the power play, the second power play being signaled by umpire Ragu. He has an expansive name, so I'm not even gonna try. I'd have to go to school to learn that one. New bowler is going to be Emmanuel Sicharan. And so he can, the power play is, the field can be spread now. He's left arm orthodox, round the wickets. Played to short mid wicket, no run. Bit of a hobble there from Assad Fudaden. And this one is hit. Oh, he's parried that one over the boundary. Good shot here from Niraj. That brings up the 50 as well. 51 for 2. Varun Samaru probably could have done a little bit better than that. He got his hands to it. And he's a tall man too. Just firing it over the boundary. This one is short and Paranspe is playing into the covers. He should be looking for 2. Yes, it's an easy 2 in the end. 53 for 2 now. Paranspe up to 10. Best on 4. This one is short. Played into cover. It should be a single. Jogging through for that single this time. Run straight to the fielder on the boundary. Fielder coming off the boundary. Nice picturesque ground here at SUNY Purchase. And this one should be, the bowler is going after it himself and he's dropped it. Leading edge from Best, but Emmanuel Sicharan couldn't catch it. Couldn't hold on. He got there, got fingers to it. Got into his hand as soon as his hands were coming down and fell out. Broke the egg. If you're playing catch the egg, you can invent a new game there. Emmanuel Sicharan. And it's well bowled. And good ball to finish. So eventful over, a boundary and a drop chance. Emmanuel Sicharan 1 none for 10. Florida Sharks would welcome overs like these, 10 plus overs. Paranspe on 11. Best on 5, 55 for 2 after 7.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
First ball from Merchant this over. Well ball Yorker. Actually, best would have Yorked himself, chipping into that one. Well ball from Merchant. Long off, long on, mid wicket. Cover point on the boundary. And third man. And this one is a full toss. One bounce into the boundary. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire. No ball this time. And you also have fine leg, square leg, point and cover. Those are the fielders inside the circle. Umpire checking the ball after it hit the wall as well, just to make sure that there isn't any significant damage. Third man comes into the circle. Square leg back on the boundary is Merchant. This one is up wide outside off some wide signal by umpire Saeed. Score goes up to 60 now, 60 for 2. Best on 9. So good start to the over for Florida Sharks, getting the boundary early. And he's driving downtown into the boundary, into the side screen. Lorando Best cashing in now. 9 runs off the over so far. 64 for 2. Best is 13. Perance is 11. So looking to wrestle back the advantage here. Sharks. Good start to this over for them. And this one is turned around the corner to square. Just a single. Fielded by Omar. That's Umar Rauf. Niraj Paranjpe. Merchant is in, and this one is full, and this one is being lobbed. Won't get to the Forest on the boundary. Just one bounce. Just a single. Score moves up to 66 now. 66 for 2. Kunal 1 for 16. Kunal is in again. To Bess. It's a short ball outside the off stump. Shoulders, arms, actually drops his bat. And at the end of the 8th over, it's 62 for 2. Lorando Bess on 14. Raj Paranjpe on 12. Kunal Merchant 1 for 16 from 2.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Single to start off of Sicharan. Goes to Niraj Paranjpe. 67 for 2. Current run rate 8.2. Required run is 11.41. Still within range. Change in the field. Asad Fudadin goes to the long. So there are two long ons. Looking to sweep this time. And Bess. No run. Appeal. Umpire's not interested. And he's bowled him this time. He's got him. Emmanuel Cicharan gets his man. 67 for 3. Lorando Bess goes bowled by Cicharan for 14 from 13. And Pennsylvania Cavaliers continue to tighten the screws here on the Florida Sharks.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
The new batsman is Kellon Carmichael, coming at number 5. The reputation precedes him. Would have had some good times playing out in Canada before making the switch to playing in the US, playing stateside. A right-hander. Still the same field, two long ones and a mid-wicket. Short, played back up the track, no run. Paran space still there, 13. Looking to build some momentum, Sharks. Oh, he's beaten him. Katwaru doesn't take cleanly. Ricochets off his gloves, back in front of the stumps. 2 dot balls plus the wicket before that makes it 3 dot balls this over. Good comeback from Emmanuel so far. And Emmanuel finishes a very tidy over, just 1 run from it. Pennsylvania will take those type of overs all day long. It's 67 for 3. Carmichael yet to score and Paransby on 13.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Merchant in for his 3rd over now. Pransby is playing this one up to long off for a single. Score moves up to 68. So this is the 9th over, the 10th over. The pass score at the end of 10 is actually 94, so a bit behind. And Carmichael is playing this one up to long on, and it beats the 2 long on fielders into the boundary. Callum Carmichael got the message from his team that to think about the rain in his approach. So he starts off with a boundary against Merchant. 72 for 3 now. So at the start of the 9th over, the pass score would be 86. So still behind, and also they need to get to 94 to be on par. So just about 22 runs behind. Still 4 deliveries in his over to catch up. Would need some boundary hitting there for maximums. Waiting for the ball to come back. Score is 72 for 3. Merchant is in again to Carmichael. Carmichael is whipping this one to square leg. A healthy shot. One bounce into the square leg boundary. Score moves up to 76 now. Carmichael is taking a claim on this match as well. He's up to 8. First time I'm seeing him bat. I heard a bit about him before he came to US. First time I've actually seen him bat. I've seen him bowl. Looks pretty handy. And he's miscuing this one to mid-wicket. Just a single this time. Score moves up to 77. He moves up to 9. Run rates 12. MTR. Kunal is in. And Pranspe is driving this one wide of the man at long on. Long off and into the boundary. One bounce again. Welcome boundary here for the Florida Sharks. They need a few of these and they welcome these as well. Score moves up to 81. Just trying to keep up with that pass score as well. Paranspe moves up to 18. Merchant in again, and this one is dab to short third man. Misfield allows them to come back for 2. So very healthy over here for the Florida Sharks. 14 runs coming from it. Score is now 83 for 3 at the end of the 10th over, halfway stage of the run chase. The pass score is actually 94, so still 11 runs behind, needing 119 from 10. The run rate is 11.9.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtspnews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtspnews.com and stay ahead.
So change in the bowling. Varun Samaru with his off spin replaces Emmanuel Sicharan. Samaru. This one is short. Carmichael is still around the corner, beats the man at short. The fine leg and should beat the man running around as well. Another boundary for Carmichael. Picking up the pace here now. Score moves up to 87. A valiant chase there from Winston Forrester, but he couldn't reel it back in. Carmichael moves up to 13. 87 for 3. Samaru in. Carmichael is playing this one backward of square. The man is stationed there this time, only a single. Varun into Paranspe and he's beating him outside off stump. Sonny Elias is coming off the boundary, having to share his comment with Varun as well. You have deep backward square, almost like a long leg. Short fine leg, short third man, backward point, cover, sweeper on the cover point boundary. And Paranspe is missing that one. One kept low as well. Almost a chance for a run out. By signal by the umpire. 88 now. 89. 89 for 3. Loban under long off boundary. Sonny Elias on long on. Fudanen at mid wickets. And Carmichael is playing this one out to mid wicket. Fudanen retrieves just a single. Fudanen looking very fit and very lean as well. Another dot ball to Paranspe from Varun Samaru. That ends the 11th over. It's 90 for 3. Score is 112 needed. Required run rate 12.4.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
कितनी बार बोला है ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में impossible. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3 minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
Another change in the bowling. Sonny Elias picks up the attack with his left arm orthodox. He replaces Kunal Merchant. Carmichael is sweeping to the man at short fine leg, just a single. There's a shy at the striker's end by Omar. Just a single. Carmichael moves up to 16 from 10. Niraj Paranspe is on 20 from 15. Four start. Dead ball signaled by umpire Said. Stumped. Paranspe is gone. Quick work, neat work by Stephen Katwaru. Sonny Elias strikes and it's 91 for 4. So Pennsylvania Cavaliers continuing to grip and stifle the Florida Sharks. 91 for 4. Paranspe goes for 20 from 16 deliveries.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले Visit cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
But it have other people though. New batsman is Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. Mohammed is playing this one to backward point for a single. He gets off the mark right away. Elias, this one is short, and Carmichael is whipping this one down to long off for a single. Another long single. 93 now, 93 for 4. Dot ball, no run. Elias in, and this one is dropped on a pass. Appeal from the fielding team. Umpire's not interested. So at the end of the 12th over, it's 93 for 4. Sonny Elias 2 for 5 from 2, still showing that he has that pedigree of being a former international bowler. Run rate is rising like the temperature. 13.62.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो.
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Forrester bubbles, and the bubble allows him to turn around, and he makes it home quite easily. So chancing the second one that time. Carmichael made it in. Looking at the replay, Samaru the bowler, he's bowled 2 overs, 1 delivery, none for 11. Spinners tightening the screws again. Acquired run rates above 13. Carmichael is sweeping this time. Looks like he's going to beat the fielder. Forrester fields at this time. Beats the man inside the circle. Doesn't beat the man outside the circle. Gets 2. That won't help bring down the run rate though. Needs boundaries actually. Carmichael is on 21. Ali Mohammed is on 1. Ronaldo. Carmichael sweeping again. No run. Samaru is in. Carmichael is whipping this one over mid-wicket. There's no chance for Fudadin to catch this. One bounce into the wall. Umpire signals now. Much needed boundary. That brings up the 100 as well. 103 for 4. Carmichael is on 27 now. Ali with him. Ali Muhammad is on 1. First boundary in at least 10 deliveries. Last boundary would have been that sweep shot that dissected the short fine leg and the long leg. Backward square leg, deep square leg. Played onto the onside for a single. 2 is not on there. Ali Muhammad on strike now. And this one is hitting him inside the right leg, the back leg. He's grimacing in pain. That ends the over. $104 for 4. 13 overs completed. Run rate now up to 14. Varun Samro none for 20 from his 3. Callum Carmichael on 28. Ronaldo Ali Muhammad on 1. 98 needed from 7 overs. Pass score 123, so 19 runs behind. Loban comes back. Loban from this distance looks like Kesrick Williams. Short ball wide outside the off stump. Signal wide by the umpire. Game is in the favor of the Cavaliers. No need for extras. Just about trying to contain and keep the runs down. The onus is with the batting team to deliver this game from the jaws of death. This one is short and keeps low as well. Carmichael looking to pull, is unable to do so. So, not always easiest of pitches. Not sure if that would have been a change of delivery as well. Loban turns at the top of his mark. It's in. And he's bowled him. He's gotten his man. Carmichael goes as 105 for 5 now. Carmichael goes to 28. So that wicket would actually he actually broke the bail as well, so he has a souvenir there for Loban, breaking the bails. New batsman looks like Kirk Thompson, the captain. He's the one who spun the toss. We haven't seen Searles as yet. So quiet is the camp of the Florida Sharks. They're behind the rate in terms of the pass score and the run rate. Guess they go hand in hand if you do the math. With fifth wicket falling. So the pass score at the beginning of the 13th over for the fall of five wickets would have been 128, so 23 runs behind. At the end of the 14th over for the fall of 5 wickets, the pass score should be 135. So 7 runs difference in between those two overs according to the DLS method calculated by our umpires today. Loban in, and this one is stuck from the corner by Thompson for a single. It brings Ali Muhammad into strike. The difference between the two teams is that Cavaliers, they didn't lose, they lost an early wicket in the first over, but the second wicket partnership was over 100 runs. I think that would have been the difference, that innings by Varun Samaru. Whereas when the Sharks batted, they couldn't get the partnerships going. Each time they looked like a partnership was about to blossom, they lost a wicket. So that would have been the difference so far between these two. Forrester coming into mid-wicket, coming off the boundary. Third man back on the boundary. And this is a fast delivery, short of a good length. Batsman not sure where's that pace coming from. Loban, he does have some pace. Loban in to Ali Muhammad again. And he's bowled him another wicket here for Mario Loban. It's 106 for 6. Ali Muhammad never looked comfortable for the length of time he was at a wicket. And his misery comes to an end. All ends up off stump knocked back. Loban is having a time here. This is his third wicket now. Second wicket for Loban. 106 for 6 now. And the new batsman will be Javon Searles. Former, he would have been in the IPL squad with Kolkata Knight Riders. Played with the Trinbago Knight Riders in the CPL as well. So he has some professional pedigree. And so he can hit the ball. So he needs some lusty blows, some lusty hitting from him. The run rate is now above 15.57. And with that, the fall of the wicket, that means the pass score would go up. So at the end of 14 for the loss of 6 wickets, pass score would move up to 141. So still 35 runs behind. Mario Loban getting some support from Fudadin, prompting him, asking him to finish well, asking him to hit those good lengths, especially against the T20 Pro. Laban is in. And this one is short, tucked to short fine leg. Fudadin is pleased with that delivery as well. So at the end of the 14th over, it's 107 for 6. Mario Laban 2 for 22 from 3. Javon Sears on 1. Kirk Thompson on 1. Still 95 needed from 6 overs. 15.83 the required run rate.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Emmanuel Citron is back on the ball. 2 overs, 1 for 11. And a leg by this time to Searles. Playing a miss. Ball fielded by wicketkeeper Katwaru. Changes being made in the field for the left-hander. Cover comes in. Point. Cicheron still left thumb round. And this one is being thumbed down the ground. Loban takes a comfortable catch. That's his second catch for the day. And Thompson goes. It's 108 for 7. It's all Cavaliers today. I think the biggest difference, apart from the bowling performance by the Cavaliers, would have been that swashbuckling knock from Varun Samaru. New batsman is going to be Tessin Sheikh, number 11.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Sheikh has played this one up to the man at point, no run. Score remains 108 for 7. Thompson would have made 1. Searles still there. He's on 1. Off with 2 deliveries. Emmanuel comes in. This one is short and Sheikh is playing it to the man at point. No run. Backward point that is. So, anticlimactic finish here. Very comprehensive and comfortable win on the cards for the Cavaliers. This one is short and Sheikh is playing it into the mid-wicket boundary. Goes over the ropes now. He is off the mark and it's 112 for 7. Asad Fudadin calling for the guys to maintain the intensity, not to become too relaxed or get too comfortable at the same time. This one is pitched up and downtown. Sheikh places one into the trees. Another boundary, a 4 followed up by a maximum. Score goes up to 118. Where has he been? They've been needing some of this type of hitting for quite some time. Welcome boundaries here. Back-to-back boundaries as well. 118 for 7. Sheikh is up to 10. Emmanuel, 3 overs, 2 for 21.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Samaru back on the ball into Searles, and Searles is sweeping this one, and well saved by Forrester. Just only a single. There's a shot of catch it. Got wrong just in time to save it from going over the boundary. Score goes up to 119 now. Varun in. Bowls to Sheikh. Sheikh is back and he's beaten. No run. Taken by wicketkeeper Katparu. And is looking to reverse. Switch it. No run. And a swing and a miss. Beats the keeper as well. Runs out. Should be another boundary. It's going to be 4 byes. Actually, it runs. Apologies. 123. Sheikh is on 14 now. Beaten this time. Excellent over here by Virun Samaru. Just 5 runs from it. He completes his quota. 4 overs, none for 25, and at the end of the 16th over, it's 123 for 7. Run rates approaching 20, 19.75, 79 needed from 4 overs.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
New bowler Asad Fudan picks up the ball. Not known in first class or international cricket for his bowling, right arm medium. And he's bowled him. He gets Searles. So there goes. He shows that he has a golden arm as well. That he can wheel the bat, he can wheel the ball as well. Ball Searles. 123 for 8 now. Searles made just 1. And the new batsman is going to be Snee Patel.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो।
Visit cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Procession of wickets continuing here for the Florida Sharks. Field, short fine leg, short tail man, square leg, inside the circle, backward point, cover point on the boundary. Cover sweeper, long on long off and mid wicket. He's trying to, this one is wide, trying to guide this one past the man at short third man. No run. Keeper Katwaru takes. 123. This one is played into the offside for a single. Looking for 2, it's not on. 124 now. Sheikh is playing this one to the man at cover. Chance for run out. Not out. Don't think he even broke the bails. Sheikh is up to 15. Another single for Patel up to the man at point. Gets it under Armin. Pull from Sheikh and there's a fumble. And it looks like it's going to go into the boundary. Yes, it does. Omar Rauf, 4-leg bias. Omar Rauf, the villain on that occasion, misfeeling, trying to use his football skills. And at the end of the 17th over, score is 132 for 8. $130 actually. So for that ends over 1 for 3, and Sheikh is on 15, Patel on 2, 72 needed from 3, a run rate of a whopping 24 runs per over. Sonny Elias is back on the bowling. Elias into Patel, dot ball, no run. Defended, fielded by wicketkeeper Katbaru. Elias playing a miss, trying to go for that lofted drive this time. Patel beaten outside the off stump. Played back up the track, no run. 3-dot ball so far. All one-way traffic heading to Pennsylvania, not to Florida. And he's sweeping to the man at short fine leg. Omar Rauf again. He feels it this time, just a single. 131 for 8. Patel is on 3. Left arm round the wicket. Elias just setting the field, mid wicket. Square leg, long on, long off, and cover the fielders on the boundary. Playing a miss, trying to play this into the onside. Very peculiar technique, batting technique by Sheikh. And he's playing this one wide of the man at long off. Samaru cuts it off, just a single. And that's the end of the 18th over, 133 for 8. Sheikh is on 16, Patel is on 3. Elias 2 for 7 from his 3. And the score is 70 needed from 2 overs, 69 needed from 2 overs. Run rates of 32.31 as Mario Loban comes back.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का breakfast.
Loban is back for his final over, the penultimate over of the match. And Sheikh is driving this one to cover, and there's a mix-up, and he doesn't hit the target. Comes through for the single in the end. He would have been long gone. He was halfway down the track when the ball passed by the wickets. Forrester missing. A shy and a miss. Patel plays, drives and misses, no run. Loban, 2 for 23, is also 2 catches. So one of the players for outstanding effort in the match today. So to Sonny Elias, 2 for 7 from 3 overs. And Viron Samaru, his 78 runs. Loban is short, and Patel is playing this one to short mid wicket, and Forrester is having a shy but misses. A good backup from number 37. Score moves up to 135 now, 135 for 8. 67 needed. And Sheikh is playing this one in front of square, extra cover region, single. Loban is into Patel. Patel is having a swing. This one is going out to the man on the point boundary. Spins away from him. Just a single. Score 137 now. 137 for 8. The run rate has gone up past 50 now. So into the territory of improbable. Not impossible if you count in some no balls and wides. It'll take some terrible bowling to achieve that target. And Sheikh is cut in half by Loban. Ends another good over. 4 overs, 2 for 26 by Loban. Sheikh is not out on 18. Patel is 6, 137 for 8. 1 over to come.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast. इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
Sunny Elias into Patel, beating his lofted drive, taken by wicketkeeper Katwaru. And Patel is playing this one, and it's a well taken dive and catch by Asad Fudadin. Elias gets another wicket. He's 2 for 8 now. Brilliant catch by Asad Fudadin, running off the mid wicket boundary. $137 for 9 now. Patel makes his way back, and the last batsman coming out for the Sharks. The last batsman for Florida Sharks is Ija Safi. So 5 deliveries left. Still needing 65 runs at a whopping rate of 97.5. So totally not impossible, but definitely improbable. Sunny Elias applauding the catch there from Fudadin. And it's a beautiful wicket. Umpire shaking his head. He's gone LBW, and that's all she wrote. Florida Sharks with a paltry reply, falling 64 runs short with 4 deliveries left. Sunny Elias finishing with 4 for 8 from his 3.33 overs. Varun Samaro would have been the star of the show with 78 in the first innings. He had Mario Loban with 2 wickets. He took 2 wickets for 26 as well as 2 catches. It was all possessions. Kevin Stout 11, Lorando Best 14, Niraj Paranjpe 28. Karun Carmichael played a good hand for 28. Paranjpe made 20. Ali Muhammad made 1. Thompson 1. Cyrils 2. Sheikh 18 not out. Sneap Patel 6. And Safi leg before to Sunny without scoring. Loban 2 for 26 from 4. Ashwin 1 over for 16, no wickets. Sunny Elias 4 for 8 from 3.3. Varun Samro none for 25 from 4. Merchant 1 for 32 from 3. Sicharan 2 for 21 from 3. Asud Fudan 1 for 3 from 1. So wrapping things up here, CBTF US Premier League victory for Pennsylvania Cavaliers by 64 runs.
All right, at the end, the winners are here, and of course, the man of the match, Varun. Varun, how is it feeling?
It's a great feeling. To go out there and perform for the team is always a great feeling.
Okay, all right. You just spoke that you are so excited about the second half.
Yeah, at the end of the day, once the team win, I'm happy. So once it was a total team effort from the start, and that is the most important thing. I'll win under our belt again. That is 2-2.
All right, so the captain, are you happy?
Yeah, certainly. At the beginning, we knew we have to get a victory. We're missing some players, so the guys take the opportunity, especially Varun. He take it up the order, and he showed his class today. He won the man of the match award, and it's great. We know we have to come with our A game today because this is the defending champions, and I must give credit to our bowlers. It's a really batting track, 200 runs. Other games you see it get hit off. So I must say kudos to the bowlers. Wonderful job, all-round team effort on the field.
All right, so right now I am going to request Mr. Dinkle Patel, who is the co-owner of US Premier League. Please do come and give the award to Varun. All right, a big round of applause, guys. All right. Thank you so much. All right, so you are watching US Premier League, and of course, our proud sponsors are CBTF, Speed News, and MTR. We'll be back again tomorrow. Until then, good night. 6, and right here next to me is Florida Sharks, and Kirk is the captain, and of course, Pennsylvania Cavaliers, and Steven is the captain here. So, what's the plan?
Well, we look at the first game. We here ready to play. The guys are excited, looking to take all the opportunities. So yeah, we're here and ready to play the champ.
To play the champ. So Kirk, what's going on in your mind?
Not much. Basically just stick to the basics. First game was a loss. Just come back stronger and continue going strength to strength. It's a long season. A lot of games to go. So just take each game as it comes in.
All right. So it's the time for toss, and umpires are ready for that. So. All right, so the heads it is, and Florida Sharks. What's your plan? What are you gonna do?
We're gonna bowl first. We have a good bowling lineup. We've won all of our games chasing, so we're gonna stick with our plan going into this game, and hopefully it comes off again.
Of course, thank you so much. Best of luck to both of you. Thank you so much. So you guys are watching US Premier League from SUNY Purchase College at New York, and of course a big holler to our proud sponsors, CBTF News, and of course MTR. So we are gonna be back right there.